Welcome to Fishing Arrowhead. Today we'll be out on Sand Lake, just north of Virginia. There's no public access on Sand Lake, however, for a small fee, the resort will let you launch your boat here. We'll be out kind of searching for some walleye. It's mainly what it's known for, but just being the slow season, we might just troll some rapless and really try and get some northern, just to have a little action, a little bit of fun out here tonight. Really shallow lake, pretty weedy, so we'll troll around, discover, and see what we get today.
Sand Lake is a 700-acre lake 10 minutes north of Virginia in Britt, Minnesota. Max depth of the lake is 18 feet with water clarity of 12 feet. There is no public access to Sand Lake, but for a small fee, you can launch your boat at Voyageurs Resort. The lake has a healthy population of walleye and northern pike, with quality-sized fish. This is a lake that is close to home with nice fish in it, but can be hard to fish at times due to lack of major structure and a strong weed base. Fish can be anywhere because of these two factors. This lake can be challenging to fish at times, but may offer up some nice rewards if the time is put in.
Yeah, just dragging rapless here, and Frank had a nice pull bend here. I'm dragging them maybe somewhere between 1.5, 2 miles an hour, and this is going to be our first fish. Might have some weeds. It's a ways back there. Just gonna see check my zoom skills, and he's got some weeds on that one too. So. I'll be curious to see how big this fish really is.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's a small northern.
Well, he's got the weeds, and that's a
it's a
fight.
Fish, nonetheless.
It's gonna get a little shaky here. I'm gonna go net this for him. And yeah, it's a northern. Definitely not the fish we thought it was gonna be at first, but still fun. So.
Alright, small little northern out here on Sand Lake. Lots of these guys in this lake. Pretty shallow lake with lots of weeds, so we're going to troll the edge of these weeds. Looking for walleye sitting in cover, but we'll probably run into a bunch of these tonight.
Alright, well, we'll keep trying.
Pat's into another fish here. 5 minutes after I had mine on, probably not even. Like I said, we're pulling rapalas in about 14 feet of water, so shallow runners, and this thing hit with a vengeance, so I think we're looking at another northern.
It's kind of fun to have all this line out dragging these rapalas, just long lining them, because you just get that fun fight and you get it for a while here. And he just got off there. He just spun one way and took the lure right there.
Well, good fight nonetheless.
Yeah, that was fun. Frank just landed a fish here trolling. Well, he hasn't landed it yet, but he got into one. And it's been about a half hour since our last hit.
Lots of weeds in this lake, so there's just tons of cover for fish, so they could really honestly be anywhere.
Oh, this is probably going to be our better one of the day, though. Well,
another small northern.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't want in. There we go. He's a little bigger than the last one. Not a huge fish by any means. But it sure is fun to have that rapala out there a ways.
Oh yeah, it's tons of fun to have all that line out.
Yeah, just to get that fight, that's good times, and a lot different than just dragging something at 10 feet and having that quick fight. So we get to fight the fish a long time tonight, so it's going to be a little different for us and fun.
Pat's laid into one here, and it looks like it's going to be
not very big.
Look like a small walleye, but yeah, it is. No, it's a tiny northern.
It's a little guy. He's mad too. He likes that orange. Boy, if he fits the description of hammer handle right here. That's for sure. But I'm gonna need my hook out to get him out, but yeah, nothing I'm gonna mount on my wall at home.
All right, at least you got one though.
Oh yeah.
That'll conclude tonight's show on Sand Lake. We didn't produce the fish that we wanted to tonight, but we did run into some northerns, which was good fun. Like Pat said earlier, walleye fishing's been real slow this year because we've had a cold summer, so we didn't expect to hammer into too many, but we thought we'd get a few trolling the weed lines with some shallow running rapalas. Sand Lake's a shallow lake, so it's kind of hard to pick a good spot. We did miss a couple nice fish, and Pat got snapped off once pulling a rapala, so there are some nice fish in here to be caught.
Yeah, that one fight I had back in there, lost him right at the end there. That would have been a nicer fish, and that bite off was a bit disappointing, but yet encouraging.
Yeah.
To know that there are some big fish. Like I said, we only had a couple hours, so we just kind of trolled around and didn't work any specific location. I guess if I were to do it again, I think I'd start working some structure, dragging lindies around that island is
Yeah.
probably where I'd start, work the structures around the islands and go from there. And we probably came off a little early too, being it's such a clear lake. But either way, we had a couple hours to work it. Went trolled around, played around, and landed into a few fish in the meantime. So it was a fun night.